Hello everyone, my name's Ian. Welcome back to my hobby YouTube channel in brief book and film reviews. It's been a while since I've been on, and that I wanted to come online today and give a quick review of a really good book that I read. I actually read this book about 5 months ago. I was just ruffling through stuff there the other day and I came across it again. I was like, did I or did I not give a review to this book? Because I actually really wanted it. It was actually a really good book. Not the type of book that I normally read and that, but I actually watched the film. I think maybe couple of days before I seen it on the bookshelf, and that kind of persuaded me. I'm going to give it what's he at now, what's he doing now as opposed to the film back then and that. So this book is called The Way of the Wolf, Straight Line Selling System, Master the Art of Persuasion, Influence and Success by Jordan Belfort. All right, and this book is kind of like a book by the person, the character the story is based on this film and that. Jordan Belfort. That's Leonardo DiCaprio, famous actor. And this film, if you haven't seen it, it's phenomenal. It really is, and that great film and that. Okay, within the film, there's a story. There's a whole more story behind the film also as well. People having lost their money, being robbed from their money and stuff, and I won't glorify that, but what I will do is just give a mention to the book itself, this book here, The Way of the Wolf and that. So Jordan tries to redeem himself as his life has gone on, and that he spent a short time in prison and that came out, redeemed himself. He's trying to redeem himself now, trying to earn an honest living through sales again, which he found he was really good at. Coming off for all the success he had, um, and in his younger years as a salesperson and stuff like that. And he tries to basically now he's making a living from giving talks, but fundamental living from giving talks. I think he has his own podcast, which I'll send a link and drop the link in the description. Also, before I forget as well, if anyone's interested in taking this book or having this book, drop me your details on my email address there in my description, and about the channel itself and that, and I will post this to you free of charge. Okay, so this book itself was it was written in 2017. Jordan writes himself. Obviously, there's kind of like a hidden ghost right there. He talks about the start, and that helps him along. It was published by, I think, Northway Stars and Simon and Schuster. In 2007. It's a really interesting book actually, and that I don't want to spoil the book for people, and that I don't want to go too much into it, but I kind of just focus on on a method that he used with his crew, his team from back in the day, which is called a straight line system that he had to kind of train and implement within his team for them to progress and for them to really work hard and find themselves as salespeople and that. So within the book, the contents would be prologue, the birth of a sales system. Number one, cracking the code of sales and influence, inventing the straight line, the force 4 seconds, totality and body language, state management, a surefire formula for managing your state, advanced tonality, advanced body language, the art of prospecting, the 10 rules of straight line prospecting, the art and science of making world-class sales presentations, the art and science of looping, final thoughts, appendix and acknowledgements at the end. So so the book, as I said, it kind of focuses on the straight line system, and it's he at the start he kind of just he if you're picking up this and you don't know who he was and that you're just in a bookstore, he kind of at the start and you pick the book up at the start, he's kind of giving you a small presentation of who he is. Do you remember me from this film? And if you don't, check me out. La di da di da. He talks about his early days as a salesperson, and then he goes and talks about what it is, what people need to do in order for them to be a good salesperson and that, and talks about his straight line system and what works for him. And he goes basically, it's one of those books that for me kind of over elaborates a certain issue, and that certain thing that he's talked about, the straight line system and that. So it's like The Power of Now. You read the book The Power of Now, and that I've never known a book that you could probably read that just touches up on one subject. you know, you could probably just write, if I was writing a book on that subject, I'd probably write, sorry, if I was writing something on the subject, I could probably finish it off in 2 or 3 pages, you know, write it down in two. But you'd when you're reading it, it just touches up, and some of it is kind of like, okay, you said that, yeah, okay, I know that, and obviously that's obvious and that, you know. But to his credit, this is like one of his first books, I think, that he's written, and it really is an interesting book from front to back. I really enjoyed reading this. Really enjoyed. I was happy that I purchased it. Yeah, he goes into a lot of the stuff through the book about certain situations that he's gone through. What about, you know, kind of pushing ourselves through stumbling blocks that you might come across, how to get over those stumbling blocks also, and that. I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to spoil a book. I never like spoiling books for people. You have to go out there and which kind of read them yourself, and it's not fair to be giving too much away in regards to the book. But definitely a book that I would recommend to anyone. The Way of the Wolf, Straight Line Selling System, the master the art of persuasion, influence, and success. Excellent book. Yeah, that's it. I'd recommend that. Okay, so hope everyone's staying blessed, staying positive, and doing very well at these times. And I'm going to be coming back. I'm going to be covering a couple of really good videos, movies, and also a really good book as well. Coming up very soon, and that I might touch up on a couple of albums as well, music albums as well, if people are interested in that. But for this week, and anyway, yeah, I just wanted to come online quickly and give a review to that book. So I hope everyone's doing very well, and until next time, stay blessed. All the best.